Hey, before you guys watch this episode of the podcast, I just want to let you guys know that on the 28th, I will be doing another Follow Me Live. That's my live game show. David's going to be my co-host in Irvine at the Improv. We bring people on stage, we have a good time, we get drunk, and we give away money. Y'all do like it's like a talent show slash, how much will you go do for money, fear factor situation.
It's legit money to straight up cash.
Like $1,000 we gave away last time, so it's super fun. Some people twerk, some people dance, and it's hilarious. So link to buy tickets in the description below. Make sure y'all come out and turn up with us. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the No Chaser Podcast, the sexiest podcast on podcast land, internet, radio.
Yeah.
I'm Timothy De La Ghetto.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades.
So what's up, y'all? We were just talking about this, and I said, hold on, before we spill all our gems of knowledge and good thoughts. Let's get on the mic. And okay, so Blaze was just, she was fidgeting with her titties right now, and she was like, do my titties look saggy right now?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, they look like some natural titties. Like that's how they should be falling if you got real ass titties. Yeah. And then she brought up the fact that like people aren't used to seeing real titties anymore. And Rick brought up the fact that people aren't used to seeing titties at all.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of people who just never seen a titty.
Yeah.
Who think they know what titties supposed to look
and
like.
I have them. And I know that I even ask, is this too much? Is this doing enough? Because I understand that the level of cleavage I show and the volume, say I put them up, that means I'm trying hard.
You're giving them power.
If I'm giving them power, right? If I'm trying to put my chin on them, that means I'm doing the most. And then it's like, okay, this is a nice dress. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately because they are real and they are bigger. I don't get to wear the same things that the girls with the fake boobs wear or the girls with the little boobs wear. And I like this outfit, but I do ask, am I doing too much? Because it's not my intention. It's just I want to be able to wear cute outfits and be cute. Yeah. But because of having natural boobs, everybody automatically goes into
I know. They're gonna be. I've heard the complaint from ladies with larger breasts that they just kind of, even though it's a blessing to have the bigger breasts, it's like they kind of feel like they have to cover it up, or they feel like people think, oh, you just trying to put them in my face. Yeah, right.
I mean, there's a good portion of people who don't think like that, though. You can kind of tell just by the way she's carrying herself if she's trying to get attention with her titties or if she just got titties. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, so try not to focus on the ones who are going to, trying to put them in my face just because they're there.
I got a lot of, and I want to bring this up too because this is a question that I've had for people, and especially like social media, right? So we got this fitness boom. It's crazy now, but in order for a woman to get a six-pack, your body fat percentage has to be really low, and the first thing that goes is what, guys? Boobs, because that's where we hold all of our fat. Yeah. So a lot of these women go and get it done, but it's promoting health at the same time because they're taking care of their bodies, but they go and get surgery to feel balanced out and to feel more feminine. Now, do you feel as though those women can't make the comments about the ass shots, like how some women feel that they need a larger ass in order to feel more feminine? Can that be? Is there an argument between having your boobs done and getting your butt done? Because boobs are so common now.
Yeah, and you mean getting fake boobs? Right,
getting fake boobs is so common now that it's very natural, and I don't have a problem if anybody gets anything done. Like, quote me, I don't care because I can't complain. I can't tell you what to fix about yourself if I just so happen to. This is what I came with.
Right.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same. I don't feel like anybody has an argument really for that. But if we're going to get into the argument, I can see why it feels different. For them, because like you said, if they're working out and they're really trying to get down, the boobs will go. And if they had boobs and now they're gone because of their fitness level, then it's like, I want to get back what I had, but still be fit. When it goes for women who are just getting ridiculously huge butts, it's just kind of like that's just vanity.
Right. And also you have the
That's not my feelings.
Right.
That's
Right.
what I'm getting in their heads.
Yeah, I can understand why. I mean, I get why there's some people might have an issue just because, I feel like people feel like, oh, if you got a flat ass, you can work out and get a big ass.
It's really difficult.
But it's hard. No, I bet.
But it's possible.
But it is possible. And so that's why it's like when anybody gets stuff done, I don't mind. But we do talk about how uncommon natural boobs are, and fitness thing is a part of it too, because in order for me to have a small waist and build this booty that everybody wants that I could build,
right,
I'm sacrificing the boobs.
Yeah.
I got you. I mean, look, well, personally, I'd prefer a big old fat jiggly ass over a big old buff ass any day.
Hey, if it can only get big by it being buff, I'm eating, I'm squatting, I'm hip thrusting, I'm doing it all.
Look, not that any of you ladies need my opinion on your bodies for any reason, but I'll take a jiggly booty with some cellulite over a buff one, a buff hard one.
I say just do whatever you like for you.
Exactly.
As long as you're not doing it because you feel like other people are gonna look at you a certain way.
Yeah.
If you want a big fake giant ginormous ass for you,
right,
for when you walk past the
right,
mirror, get that shit. If you want some big old bouncy titties, get it, but don't do it for anybody
as long
else.
as it's
like
for
that.
you. Yeah. Because I mean, that's I feel like that's the problem, right? When you start doing really anything for other people's approval, it's like, who cares what other people think, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. That's why people get insecure, right? Because
Yeah.
of like society and what people are saying. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to say is, natural titties hang a little bit.
Dude, stop natural shaming. Like, there really is. Like, you can't complain about the boobs. And then if I got them, say I did get my boobs done, I'd be a sellout. But then you gonna call my boobs saggy because they're real, but they're big. And it happens. It's life. They change sizes.
It actually makes me angry when I see, like, because I've seen a picture of, like, a girl with some, like, regular, like, real titties just hanging naturally, and comments from, it had to be fucking kids.
Yeah.
On the comments,
Yeah.
like, yo, them titties are saggy. You need a boob job, blah blah blah. Or anytime a kid sees like a natural body that maybe got a little cellulite, got a little dimples, it's like, you guys gotta be virgins right now if you haven't seen a real ass naked body that sags a little bit, that got a little dimples, that got something.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The form it really is. Yeah, there's some real sexy ladies out there that shouldn't feel so insecure. It's sad because there's a lot of people. I definitely have gone through it a lot. I've had people compliment my body, and I'm like, you don't understand how I see myself at times. But I think it comes with age. It comes with security and knowing yourself. And especially like, hey, if you do what you want, you start looking in the mirror when you're naked. Like, I don't care about no little boy commenting about my boobs. I don't care about no grown ass man. I don't care about no sad little old lady. I don't care. But it's getting to that point. But yeah, embrace your body.
Embrace your body.
Your body.
Life is too short to be worried about what motherfuckers are thinking about you. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? But speaking of a sexy body, our guest today, not only,
I'm not the guest.
Hey!
not only is he has a sexy mind, super creative, super just real nice with the special effects and the producing and the directing and the editing, but also his body. Let me tell you.
What? Are we making people take their clothes off now?
A little action figure over here.
Prove it.
A regular sized G.I. Joe.
Tim, you know you can't talk that much shit about anybody and their height.
Here's the thing about black dudes that are either same height as me or an inch or two taller than me. I look taller than them just because they're black when they're next to me.
What?
No, check this out.
Wow.
Me and Conceited.
How dark is slimming? It's shortening too. Is that what you're saying?
Me and Conceited are the same height, basically. He'll argue that he's taller than me by like an inch, but we're basically the same height. And on stage, I can give him short jokes and no one says anything about that. But anyways, enough about him. We talk about the talented creator, influencer, director, bodybuilder. What's good? Welcome to the show.
Yay. Insert applause.
What's up? Yes. So,
What's up, Doc?
Hello.
well, hey man.
What's up?
Wow.
Welcome to the No Chaser podcast.
With your AirPods in. He's like, I got money.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely.
Thank you for gifting me and Rick with watches.
Thanks for gifting Tim and Rick with watches. Like I ain't been here for 8 episodes. I missed one episode.
I got you.
Nikki, no one watches this
Nobody
podcast.
cares. They're like, who is that annoying ass fucking voice in the background? Tell them to go. I see your comments, assholes.
That's only a couple. It's a couple comments.
Yeah.
It's a couple comments.
But anyways, what's good? What's good?
What's up, guys?
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited to be on you guys' show.
Thanks for, you know what? Hey, well, look, well, first of all, where do you get the name What's Good? Because I didn't know the story. You were about to tell it outside, and I said, shut up.
Shut up.
Tell me on camera.
So I started out in radio. I always wanted to be a part of the entertainment industry, and I was a huge fan of Dipset at the time.
Dipset.
You know, like our pictures from like early 2000s are very similar.
2X tall tees.
2X tall tees, 44 jeans. Like
Goddamn.
it was ridiculous.
Wait, you went 40-40?
I went 44.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
If anything, I would do the same size I'm doing now, but here's the thing, it's like if you went to like Miller's Outpost, Anchor Blue back in the day, they would have, you could buy extra baggy size, like they made them like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So them shits would hang right for me. Yeah.
I'd hit the big and tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
big and
I was
tall.
doing 40. How are you doing 40? Because I was fat then too.
I was like, so I was. They're like, "What's your radio name?" And me and my friends would always just be like, "Yo, what's good? What's good?" And I was like, "My name's What's Good." And there was one time I really thought about like the name in general. I was like, "Yo, this is a dumbass name." People are calling me this.
People are calling me a greeting.
Yeah.
it's like your name being hello.
Yeah.
Bro, man. So like I started running into like, you know, white people would be like, so you were good, and black people were like, what's good, and like, you know, it just it
You
stuck.
were good.
Yeah.
You used to be.
used to
now?
not-
Tell us what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's good. So I tried to change it to What's Good, and it just didn't.
Right.
Word, yeah.
Trans people are like, what the fuck does
Yeah,
that
no,
mean?
it's What's Good. So yeah.
Well, shit, man. Okay, so what is your like? So people that don't know you,
Yeah.
what would you tell them is like your main thing?
My main thing is I like to go by the young hype Spike Spielberg. You know, it's a collection.
That's dope.
It's a collection of directors
Yeah.
that I like, but I'm an entertainer. I'm kind of like your one-stop shop for production, direct, edit, produce, act, write,
Right.
perform, you know?
All that.
So-
Because people that like, okay, so people like, because I know people might know you just from being in that group of Vine Boys. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But
Vine Boys.
it's so much more than that.
sound like porn stars. Fine boys.
The Vine Boys.
Um,
So how did you get linked up with the Vine Boys and that whole life?
Well, I guess I started out in the industry doing music videos. So I was directing for like 10 years. So a lot of music videos, a lot of album covers and magazine covers, doing photography. So I was behind the scenes. And then I did like a short film like on Spider-Man, and Batch hit me up. And I had just seen his videos, and this is pre like him being King Batch. He was just making comedy videos. I was like, yeah, let's link up, let's start shooting stuff. So I started doing music videos for him, introducing him to Daystorm, and then the Vine boom happened, and I was there filming the Vines.
Right. Because I remember meeting you when you were doing a music video for you wanted to do one of my music videos way back because I knew you before the Vine shit as well, just through like, you know, Dumb and like that whole crew.
Casey.
All in
Okay,
Casey
yeah.
Chan. Yeah, I moved out here with, well, see how I got out here is another story. I moved out here with like $20, and I was supposed to have a meeting with like Rodney Jerkins to do like videos for him. And you know how it works when you're like schedule a meeting. Like I didn't understand it at the time. I was like, all right, let's meet on Wednesday. I'm there. So my neighbor was like, yo, I'm moving to LA on Monday. Do you want to go? So I just hopped in the whip with him, had like $20, and we just drove out here. And I hit Casey up the
From
night
where?
before. From Florida.
Okay.
I was living in Orlando at the time. And I hit Casey Chan up, and I was like, yo, can I stay at your house for a few days? I'm just going to have this meeting. And I ended up staying for like 6 months. Yeah, on his couch.
And you grew up in Japan?
I did grow up in Japan.
Wow.
Okinawa.
How did that happen?
Okay.
My mom, she was a Marine, so I moved there in 3rd grade. And I fell in love with the Asian culture, got really fully immersed in it, stayed out there for like 10 years. So third to my senior year of high school. And yeah.
How was
That's
it?
like really growing up.
Yeah,
like
It's
for
not
real,
like
for real.
I lived there.
Yeah,
I
so
grew up there.
how do you feel like that influence translates in your work? Is that a
Oh,
heavy
big time.
part of it?
Yeah, big time. The Asian culture really just influenced a lot of the stuff that I do. I got into anime and martial arts and everything that it has to offer over there. And then hip hop at the same time. So like just a blend of both of those. Like I identified with, just a melting pot of different cultures. So where I grew up, there was, Native American and Japanese or Canadian and Filipino. There was all these different cultures.
You talking about in Japan?
in Japan?
Oh, word.
Yeah, it was like everyone was from all over the world on this small island. There were 2 high schools.
Really?
So, yeah.
What's the island?
Okinawa.
Okinawa,
Japan.
okay.
So it's like 2 hours off mainland Japan.
So nobody was anybody looking at you funny just for being black out there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, there was a mixture of everybody. Yeah.
Word. Do you speak Japanese?
Skoshi. I know enough to get through a train station. So Skoshi means a little, and the only reason I say that is because I went to go visit my mom one year, and I fell asleep on the bullet train, and the trains are like super silent. So when I woke back up, I was in Tokyo still. So I left from Tokyo to go to Iwakuni and woke back up in Tokyo. So I went there and back, and so I had to stay overnight, and I just had to navigate my way around to get to where I need to go.
That's funny. I laughed a little bit because I thought you were saying just a skosh.
A skosh. Same.
Skosh. I was like, why would you use that word of all words?
Skoshi.
Skoshi.
Skoshinoya.
Skosh.
You got any Japanese baby mamas out there we don't know about?
No Japanese baby mamas. They did used to support me though. Reshri, you want the cell phone? That's what they call me.
They call you what?
Reshri.
He's allowed to do that, y'all. He grew up in Japan.
And that's really what they called him. His name is Wesley, if you guys don't get
Yeah.
That's right.
Now they call him what's a good?
It was so on point though.
Oh, thank you. I watch a lot of Iron Chef.
Okay. Oh
So
Nice.
my favorite shit about Iron Chef is because they when they translated the Japanese episodes, they would dub everything except for the main dude, like the ringmaster, right? So he would be speaking his Japanese shit, and sometimes the translations of the Japanese words to the English like foods were just like so different. Well, of course, different languages, you know. And so one time I remember he was going in on some Japanese, saying what the secret ingredient was gonna be, and he was like, "Yo, it was a long ass word. And he was like, and it was like a peach or some shit. He was like, "Mo." A huge build up. What's a good? Mo.
That's actually really good.
Oh, thanks, bro. All right, so we got some questions. Oh my
Okay.
god. We got some questions for you from the peoples.
Oh, the peoples.
I posted a thing last night just saying, hey, if you
Oh
got
yeah, let's talk about that pixelated picture.
Dude.
Like, where
yeah,
did
that
you
was
get those screenshots?
terrible. That was bad.
okay, so look. When I do these like lump ass questions for my guests I got throughout the day, I try to choose pictures that are kind of similar-ish for everybody, so it's kind of like just aesthetically looks the same on my, when I post it. And I was just looking for a picture of you, straightforward, maybe like a kind of not too much in the background, and I just found this picture of
The
you.
most pixelated. So I
Very
seen someone's
low
comment and say, like, did you pull this from MySpace?
It's rough.
Bruh, it was also like 1:30 in the morning when I was
Yeah,
showing
it was
you
you were
the picture.
driving or something.
What am I getting tagged in right now? Who are these people? I can't make them out.
Okay, so Terrell Basil 6 asks, is Wes really a black belt? Does he consider himself the real Black Power Ranger?
Well, I am a black belt. I have 2 black belts.
Damn.
One in Okinawa Kempo and another in Olympic style Taekwondo.
Shit. Oh, so you really about the shits.
I'm really about the shit. Am I a Power Ranger? No, but I did get to morph with the Black Power Ranger.
Did you?
Yeah,
The OG one?
The OG one.
Zach?
Yeah.
With the missing finger?
Yep.
Damn.
We did his morphing time, and it was pretty tight.
This was at like a con or something?
Yeah, it was.
Shit, that's dope.
Yeah,
Well, shit, man. They want to know, do you have a girlfriend?
I do. I do. There is someone special in my life.
Oh, so okay. So how's it for you being a social media person? Because I just hate the term. I hate throwing around influencer all the
me
time.
too.
You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
How are you being a social media presence?
Yes.
Having a committed relationship, and do you have a lot of ladies in your DMs?
No,
Oh,
not really. Not like I used to.
Okay.
I'm not really out there.
They
like
respect
that.
it.
Yeah, they
Or
respect
did you think
it.
the algorithm just changed? They're not seeing your stuff now they're not seeing you as much, so they're not just seeing you on the Explore page anymore, trying to get a video made.
It'll be a few here and there, but it's nothing crazy like that. Nah.
Yeah.
okay. So R. Gomez asks, what's good? Can you give advice about creating your fan base when you're starting into the media entertainment industry as a freelance? Because, you know, like you're different than what people might think of as a
Vine boy.
influencer or a Vine boy. Exactly. You do editing. You do like your special effects are dope. I mean, you do that shit.
Yeah. Advice I would give is just kind of like shoot. You know what I mean? Like just shoot everything. You know, and not, you know, network and do it with your friends, do it with friends that like to do it as well. But I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do it because I see people pop off on their own, you know, just solo, just talking to the camera. So as long as you're real with yourself and real with the people, like, you know, it'll take off in time.
I feel you.
Now,
Yeah.
I was going to say, I have a question about that because you did mention you have a media background, like a professional media background.
Yeah.
So we get kids a lot of the times, like talk to schools and everybody always asks, like social media, that's all they want, right? They just see the social media aspect of it. So what would you tell them about before that? What did that training give you? Did any of that help you at all?
Yeah, no, it helped me a lot because my goal was to work from behind the camera to get in front, but I just got really good behind the camera. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't realize this was something that I could actually do. So yeah, it helped out a lot. So what helps me work with a lot of these companies is because I come from a traditional background. So now when they come to me, they get the one-stop shop. I'll do everything, and then it'll look like it's really a TV commercial. So.
Smart man.
That's always nice. That's always we both recently got hit up for to do a similar brand deal at WonderCon.
Yep.
And I remember and part of my brand deal was to vlog. You know what I'm saying? And I was just telling him the other night, because we were at like this little event together, and I was like, bruh, I had to cut this part out of my vlog because he was telling me about a song he had just put out. What was the song?
Short nigga syndrome.
Yeah. So I got this really professional email from the brand. They're like, okay, can we have you cut out all the N-words? They're like, can you cut out all the N-words and cut out all the when you said the F word, and also like I was like, all right, fine. But it's crazy because I figured they're gonna have me cut out the cuss words, but then like it didn't even register for me when you're telling me about your song. I was like, oh yeah, probably not. Well, so you working on music now then?
Yeah, no, I've been doing like kind of comedy music for a while, but now, you know, I throw it out here and there, but you know, it's for me, it's like a hobby. You know, I would love to do it like for real, but it's a skill set, you know what I mean? So anybody that does it, I just really respect them.
So what is your song Short N-Word Syndrome about?
Oh, Short Nigga Syndrome is really about
Sir,
Short
could you
niggas-
not?
We're trying to get endorsement deals here, okay?
Vertically challenged nigga syndrome.
That's the remix. It's really just about, you know, having the heart of a 6'2" nigga, you know? Because that's what I have. You know, I always like to say in my pictures, you know, like, it's not easy being 6'2". You know, it's not easy being short, dark, and handsome. You know what I mean? And I'm just keeping it real, you know?
You know what's funny is, speaking of you and me specifically, and the N-word specifically, do you remember when I had a skit?
Yes.
So I had a skit idea that, because I did a video a long time ago about, like, if I woke up as a girl, and I had a little, like, a short Asian homegirl that, like, she woke up in my clothes, and, like, but everything she said was my voice, you know what I'm saying? So it was me waking up as a girl. And then I was like, yo, Rick, what if I do a spin-off of that skit where I wake up and I'm black because of, like, some spell or whatever, and I was going to have you play black me. Yeah. And
Black
then so,
you.
of course, like, you know, there's going to be a bit where I'm like, hyped because I get to say the N-word, right? You know what I'm saying? And then, but Rick was like, don't do that with your voice. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So we just never ended up doing the video.
See, the thing about it is, how hot were you when Lil Dicky did it?
Yeah, but Lil Dicky did it right.
Yeah.
It was Chris's voice.
Chris Brown's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So I just thought it was, you know, it just one of those ideas that you do it and then you're like, you're right. You never get around to it. And then Lil Dicky came out. I was like, kind of.
That's like
yeah.
6 years ago, bro.
Yeah,
That's
a
crazy.
long time.
You know, one thing I admire about you guys is you're not so unapologetic.
I mean, I apologize sometimes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you
Rick
guys have always
knows.
been able to say how you feel, and that's something I would struggle with for a long time. Like being like real with myself and real with everyone around. You know what I mean? I think that's dope, man.
I mean, the thing about it is, I think that that's the beauty of when you know who you are, you ain't really got to apologize for who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as I'm not being disrespectful and I'm just kind of being me, then that's all I could really know how to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, that's why it's unapologetic. It's like, why would I apologize for what? What am I apologizing for?
But speaking of being fake, he's way more animated. He trying to be cool for y'all right now with his little chill. Yeah.
This is my radio voice.
He think he's slick right now. I can
What's
put you on
poppin'?
blast.
What's
All right, well,
What's
let's use that sexy voice.
I'll just do
because-
that.
Okay, I swear, because I do radio in the mornings. Every time I hate that tone. Like, I hate the way the sexy dude voice sounds on my ears when I'm wearing headphones. Ugh.
Well, look, I'm just trying to
Take your
Oh,
headphones
like it just
You ain't
hits
gotta
my
have your
ears
headphones on. You know
wrong.
what I'm saying?
I just clean my
slide into
fingernails.
some little more comfortable
watch.
headphones.
Sometimes my tattoos don't show
Oh
up
my
in the dark. You know what I mean?
The next is ASMR videos.
I'm just trying to channel my inner Theo.
Straight up, bro. I feel
Fucking
it.
Theo. When I found out Theo was Asian, Google.
Were you in
Google
LA
Theo.
for Theo? Were you there when you were like? Do you know who Theo is?
I don't.
Okay, so way back, I want to say we were like, I don't know,
who that is either.
third grade, second
Yeah,
grade,
it's
maybe.
little kid.
I definitely wasn't here then.
So 92.3, the beat. There was a DJ named Theo, sexy, deep ass, like, hey, what's up, y'all? Tuning in 92.3, the beat, blah blah blah. But he was Asian, and a lot of people had no idea that he was Asian, and I
blew
just,
our minds.
yeah, it definitely did.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just remember him. My specific memory of him is him flirting with Lauryn Hill, and I remember being like, "Oh man, this is so cool, Asian dude." Because he said something about, "Nah, I just like." It's crazy. You're so talented, and your legs are so nice. He said something, and I was like, "Wow, I can't believe he just said this to Lauryn Hill." Oh my god!
Tim was a horny little boy his whole life.
Always.
Just listening to the
his whole
radio,
life.
like, oh my god.
So I don't even know what I'm feeling. All right. Well, speaking of being horny,
Oh my God.
sexy voice. This person put PLS3Y asked, "When did all y'all lose your virginities? Laugh my ass off."
Well, real men don't fucking tell.
How about you? What's good?
Me, 16.
16. Was this in Japan?
This was in Japan.
Oh shit! Tell us.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? So, I set it up real nice and smooth. And when it went down, I didn't want to say anything because I thought I was peeing on myself. It was my first time even busting.
But your first nut was your first time
First
having
one.
sex?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no wet dreams before that.
Really?
Wait, so
Man.
no, never mind. Gonna get into your business like that.
Was
I was like, I better not say nothing because I think I just peed. It's like,
wow. Well, let me tell you, it's like to that point, man. Your first nut for a man is weird. I'm not gonna like. For me, it was weird. Like my first nut from like jacking off because I jerked off before I had started having wet dreams. You know what I'm saying? So my first, I've never actually talked about this on the podcast, but when I first discovered like jerking off, I was just humping pillows. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I remember one night I was just laying out and I just turned over and brushed against, because I used to sleep with a body pillow, and I brushed against it the right way. And I was like, what is this? So I kept doing it, you know what I'm saying? And then that kind of evolved into me squishing the pillow into my dick and just kind of like, and thrusting into the pillow. And that evolved into like, the couch cushions, that little, you know how like in between the couch
humping
cushions.
your whole house?
Yeah. So
Cheating on the furniture.
so like at first, so I used to think that just the little pre-cum was your nut. Like I thought when people said, "Oh yeah, you jizzed" or whatever, I thought that was the pre-cum. I was like, that's it. And my boy one time was telling me, he was like, yeah, man, he had a little spritz bottle. This was like, man, it was like 8th grade. He was like, oh yeah, when you like jack it off and like it's like, I was like, and he's squirting it out, and I was like, I don't do that. And then so I was like, that what? Really? And then so I went home one day, and I remember I was finally home alone for long enough to like, so as soon as my mom left, I fucking got my favorite pillow and I'm going in on this thing, right? And I got it squished into me and I'm humping it and I'm like, and normally I would stop at a certain point when it started feeling like kind of like tense.
Tingly,
yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. I used to stop. I was like, all right, that's it. And then, but this time I was like, I'm gonna keep going. And I kept going and I was like, holy, what's happening? What is this? And it's like it almost hurts. It's like what? And then bruh, after that, my mom could have went to take a shit for 10 minutes. I got my pillow, bruh. I was in there.
Wow.
That's funny.
Damn.
But that's how I lost my virginity to my pillow.
I'm a very visual person.
You just watched him have sex while his mom goes to the bathroom. Tim's running around the corner.
I remember when I first discovered like jacking off though.
And this was after you had sex.
This was after. It was around LimeWire. You
Okay.
remember LimeWire?
Yeah.
My
Download,
cousin.
yeah.
So yeah, I'd find my favorites, put them in a folder, and one particular night, well, this isn't when I first discovered. This is when I got caught.
Okay. Yay.
When you got discovered.
Yeah, when I got discovered. So me and my brother, we were like going back and forth, scaring each other throughout the whole night. It was like, I got you, man. I got you. And it was winding down for the evening, and he was in the living room, and I went to go scare him, but he's passed out. I was like, well, this is my time. So I went, got me a sock, and I went to handle business. So I'm in there, and this nigga comes in, and I was like, I just stayed there, and I was like, oh no. So me and my friends were on like AOL at the time. I had like my two best friends, and I was like, yo, my brother just caught me beating my shit, and it was nothing but ha-has for like 20 minutes. I was like, all right, I gotta go say something to him, anything. And so I went in the living room, and I was like, you caught me. He's like, yo, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck. And I was like, damn.
This older brother, younger brother?
Younger brother. I was like, just, don't say nothing.
Okay, one, I thought LimeWire was just for music. So I was like, what are you doing? Putting what in a folder? Like,
Some of the best
and you
material.
listening to it? Like,
Just listen to the sex.
okay, that's what you're doing. But if you had 3 women at a table right now, having this same conversation, it doesn't happen. Like they're like the it's almost like every dude has a I got caught jacking off story. Almost every dude has that. Very few women still don't even know what it is to have an orgasm.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. Why? I don't understand.
I had a conversation with somebody about that this week actually, because the person that he was with hasn't had sex in a very long time. And I'm using air quotes because I was like, something's not right. They already have a child, okay? So when we were talking about it, I was like, so wait, like nothing, not by herself, not any, other things. He's like, no, not at all. And I'm like, I know a lot of women that don't like sex at all. So a masturbation story is not very common amongst women. And I don't know if it's because they're embarrassed to talk about it or to admit it, but I know a lot of girls, and we've talked about a lot of things, and there's never been a I got caught playing with myself story.
Well, for one, people are more respectful of women and don't just barge into their rooms when the doors are closed.
That's very
But I think girls just be lying to girls, because girls talk to us about masturbating.
I also feel like it's harder to catch a girl masturbating. It's because we got to have our whole dick out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can be in there just diddling a little bit.
Undercover.
We
got
cell phone vibration on.
But I feel like a lot of women, I'm saying women because I don't know many girls. I think everybody kind of like at their own pace and time. Everybody's losing their virginity. Most of the time, nobody knows what they're doing. Especially like we're just like,
Right,
Yeah.
girls.
you know what I mean? We're just like,
I feel like in life nobody knows what they're doing, but people just mask it.
just
Pretty much.
because I feel like you guys know, right? Like you said, you felt like it hurt, and then you came, and you're like,
Yeah.
Girls are just like, most of them are still waiting for that moment.
Oh, right.
You know, like
Yeah.
they've never had that moment.
They might not know what an actual orgasm.
Yeah.
Right? Nah, I feel you. I mean, I don't feel you because
I
I
mean,
done already nutted 5 times under the table secretly.
That's why we don't shake Tim's hand.
But to your point, I remember I took a human sexuality class. No, I took women's studies in college, right? In addition to human sexuality, and I was one of only like maybe like 3 guys in a classroom of like 30 girls, women in this class, and we got to a portion of the book that was masturbation week. And it was like all about getting to know your body and knowing that, you know, it's nothing wrong with like touching yourself and knowing how to please yourself. And at one point, bruh, because we would get split off into these little like just talk groups, and I'm in a group of like 5 to 6 girls, and the assignment was, all right, everyone go around the circle and discuss your first time you discovered masturbation. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm supposed to be, and I'm trying to be like, I'm a mature adult. I'm in this class to just learn and communicate. But in my head, I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing.
So who want to go first?
Tim's like,
I want you to go first.
Bruh, it was an experience, but it was also like, but it was definitely girls sharing experiences where like they didn't even necessarily discover it themselves. Like if anything, their boyfriend showed them what to do or where to touch themselves. And a lot of girls a lot of girls have trouble admitting that they even like masturbate, or some say they don't masturbate.
Yeah.
which I don't know about. I can't speak for anybody else. I know some women that don't, but I know some women that are very open with their conversations. They talk about everything. They know what they like. They got toys or whatever it is. And normally sometimes like a boyfriend, like you said, that's the discovery portion of it. But admitting it is an intimate thing because it's that judgment thing, right? Guys, you go ahead and do it. Everybody knows guys you can jack off. You taught that very young. We all know that. But girls, it's like you're still trying to figure out what it is down there. You know what's crazy is that most don't even know the names of their own body parts.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have one thing. It's right there in front of you.
3 things.
Yeah.
Well,
God damn it.
But you're not. I'll talk about that off air. I don't want to have that full conversation on the YouTube.
Y'all definitely got a more complex situation down there.
But okay, so from the male perspective, why do you feel that women don't talk about it more openly? Or have you been in relationships with women and you wanted to please them and they didn't even know how to explain that to you?
No, I've never had that.
Okay.
But I also don't know why they're so
I think it's a
uptight about
stigma.
it.
I think
Okay.
that, like it's a huge stigma out here of being a lady or, having those experiences. I think like those are like intimate conversations for most women. And with that, they don't like to be judged,
Yeah, I mean, it's always a struggle for girls out here to, there's that whole struggle of like they can't talk open about sexuality and about their bodies without being judged, and and I mean, times are different, but there's still dudes who even like will still be like, call girls hoes just for fucking one person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like when I think who was it, man? Like people always want to call Taylor Swift a hoe, right? Because she got a lot of ex-boyfriends, but she only been fucking her boyfriends. She's like really.
But then, okay, so you said it right there. So if I make a dude my boyfriend and I have sex with my boyfriend, I'm not a hoe, even if I have 50 boyfriends.
Right. I mean,
because that's kind of what you just said.
Well, in Taylor Swift, she's like had 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying?
Taylor Swift
Yeah,
has had a
She's had a
shit
lot.
ton of
But
boyfriends.
I think I get where you're going because I know girls who try to be in relationships just to cover the I'm not a hoe thing. It was my boyfriend with dudes they don't even really like. It's just, okay, I want to fuck this dude. He gonna be my boyfriend. So I can fuck him. And then 2 months later, we're broken up. And I got a new boyfriend now right away. Shit like that.
So that's like the whole point. So Taylor Swift dates
Yeah.
a lot of men. Okay, which is cool. You date, you do whatever you want. You're grown. But if you talk about any other female that's just out and about and she's single, she's a hoe. But Taylor Swift was dating these men, so she slept with her boyfriend. Does that make her a hoe in comparison to the girl that's single?
That's people would say the single girl is the hoe. The girl in the relationships just had a bunch of failed relationships. They might call her crazy, but they're not gonna give her that whole
Yeah, the
title.
responsibility has to be
You know what I'm
shared.
saying?
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? At that point.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
when she's single, it's all on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, look, I'm never, I'm not about shaming somebody for
Right.
experiencing
life, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of other people do.
Yeah,
We're in
yeah.
a judgmental world.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm trying to see why that is.
I mean, it's kind of what people have been taught. You've been taught it, and you just go with it. And I think it's like a fear for men, because all men think they need that girl who's just theirs. And it's been a lot for a long time. All men wanted a virgin, and how many bodies does she have, and all this shit. So to know that women are even capable of doing that just scares certain men.
Right.
So they want to put a label on it to hopefully stop women from doing that, so that they can find that one girl, or find a girl who's just that.
And then they complain about her not being freaky because she ain't been
Ain't
with
had no
nobody
experience.
and don't know what the hell she's
Exactly.
doing. And then now they running around in them streets with other things. Yeah, it's crazy though. But I completely understand and see your point. There is a huge difference
That's
between.
not my point.
Well,
There's a good
But that's the
but
thing,
no,
yeah.
but like what you're
Oh yeah,
saying. The difference between a person in a relationship trying to work things out with their partner, exploring things, it didn't work out. Then you go and get into another committed relationship versus a girl that's like, fuck everybody, I'm doing me, I'm gonna go get me some. Like you can have the same amount of numbers, but it's how you go about it. Is that what? Okay.
The stigma shit is so silly, because like you'll have girls that will be like really wanting to smash the first night, but because of it's the first night, they're like, nah, I don't do that. But then we'll fuck the next night. Like it's a big difference. But
like I made him wait.
48 hours.
But there are some statistics that say that a lot of relationships that start with sex on the first night are actually more successful than the ones that wait. You already know if the physical connection is there or not. You get that out the way. If I'm into you, that's what the study was saying, is that they're into each other. They made it clear the physical connection is there, and a lot of people lack physical connection. For the most part, some people are like, oh, I'm going to give it a try. And then, okay, you wait like 3 months, y'all have sex. And then you're like, damn, this not it.
Just trash.
I don't, he's trash, or I'm,
saying it.
like, I don't like it.
what's the longest you made a girl wait? What's good?
Oh, you holding out?
I know. No. I be trying to go in.
17 minutes? 17 minutes?
Hi, how are you? Oh, there it is.
Off the handshake, it's like, let's go down.
He don't let her hand go. What you
I
He said
told
I'm
my
a
girl
black
like,
belt. You want to see it?
I told my girl the other day, I'm like, yo, like, niggas are nasty.
Yeah.
And you know, like sometimes it's a shock for them. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's all they think about all the time is ass. Like it is, you know, like, and I like a guy that says that he doesn't is to me weird. It is. It's like
I think different people do different
What I'm
things,
saying,
but
like-
I think that's a little dangerous, because dudes don't realize there's a lot of girls like that too.
true.
Yeah.
True.
But we put it on guys.
It is
Like,
on.
we
I
give
feel like
guys
I feel
that
like that's
out. That's
like
all
a
guys
guy's,
think about.
a guy's community. Like if a guys are talking, you know, and a girl's like, "What's up?" and niggas gonna be like, "She's trying to smash."
Oh, immediately.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. You know?
but girls are to go find some girl group chats.
I want to find a girl.
Find
group
some-
chat.
Oh, no, girls are nasty
yeah.
too.
Yes, I got some nasty friends.
Yeah.
I know.
And
And
the
you
writer-
nasty.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and ever pretend like I got a halo over my head when it comes to certain things. I'm not. I like it. I'm confident in myself. I know what I like. I've been in relationships and learned a lot. And I've also been in long distance relationships where you gotta figure it out. Like there's some things that you
I thought you were
learn.
gonna say, well, you gotta cheat.
Rick would. No, Rick, not all of us are like that, okay? Jeez, not all of us on Instagram are doing that, Rick. No, but a lot of women, and I'm saying women, because there's a difference between a girl and a woman.
Yeah.
And a lot of men can contest to when a woman hits a certain age, she knows exactly what she wants and don't got time for nothing else. And you calling her a freak or whatever, she don't give a shit.
I mean, I always say that's the beauty of messing with the girl that, because the girl that has been in that relationship at a young ass age, right? Because even the prude girls that got into the super young relationship, hardcore, and then they get the heart broken, and they're like, fuck relationships, like the divorcees and shit. Those are so fun. Because they're not trying to have no feelings. They're like, I'm sick of this shit. Just give me that young dick.
What I got a question. What's good?
What's up?
Have you ever dealt with a woman that was very aggressive sexually that actually turned you off?
Yeah.
Okay, explain.
Yeah. I dealt with this girl that just wanted it all the time. And I was just kind of like, I was like hiding condoms. You know? I was like, God, like, can I just chill for a sec?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that crazy how you think you want it all the time
Yeah.
until you get a girl that wants it all the time?
I feel like it's a psychological, like, because for me, like, I'm down. You know, I'm down. But if you're like pursuing me, I'm not as down. I'm just like, damn, it feels like work.
I know it feels
That's annoying.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop wanting to sleep with
That's what
me.
girls do.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yes, I definitely have been in that situation where it wasn't even like a whole lot of fucking. I remember, like, isn't it crazy? You think you always want nudes, right? Until you get sent nudes all the time, and I was kind of, after a while, I was like, hi man, I've seen your titties 30 million times already. It's like, what else?
Yeah.
What else can we do? I was like, all right, she sent another nude, guys. All right, cool.
I'm starting to learn that shit is like food. Yes, leave it to me to take it there. But it's like, you love food.
I
You
do.
want to eat food, and when you're hungry, you want some fucking food. But then you get the food, and it's like, okay, I can chill on the food for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Some girls don't understand food.
You're too busy trying to lose weight, Rick.
I ate already. I'm full.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you why I have received a complaint before about wanting it all the damn time. Okay, a big part of it is because she didn't get hers.
Oh,
she
yeah.
didn't get it. She's like, no, I'm into you, and we can get there, babe. I want you so bad. You are everything. You've been good. You probably doing extra. You probably made the bed, and she's like, yes. I need to have it. And since you are available and you are who she's sleeping with because you are her boyfriend, she's like, listen, we're going to work together and get this. You will make me come eventually. And it may take 5-6 times, but since I'm
5-6 times.
well, hey, there are some times where, like, right? How many times did she want it? All the time, right?
All the time.
All the time. That's because she never came.
Oh, no.
She or
And like she's being mad, insulting right
no,
now.
well, I feel there's levels. Okay, I feel like men and women need to understand there are levels to the orgasm.
No, this wasn't like back to back. It'd just be like every time I came over. You know, it's not like
Oh, okay,
it's
so
It's
this
like
never
was
one or two.
just chill.
Yeah, it's never just chill.
Oh,
It's like,
so
watch
you were
the-
just y'all were just sleeping together. That was
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you just wanted some time to just
Yeah, I'm just like,
fucking
yo, let's
hang
Oh,
chill.
you
out.
wanted to get to know her
No,
better.
no.
Yeah,
No?
we're not talking like
No,
all
let me just
day.
come over and just.
See,
when
I
you're-
thought I was asking about the all day one. You ever did?
That's cool when you're like young.
Yeah,
Cause like
Yeah.
in a day, you could just go and go.
Yeah.
Like
No.
that's cool.
that's tight.
But when you get older, it's kind of like, fucking relax. My dick is sore, like shit like that. But no, we're more so talking about the girl who just that's all she's
Oh,
about.
that's
Yeah.
sad. Oh, damn, girl. Don't do that. Ladies, don't do that.
Here's some wine.
And that's why y'all broke up.
That's why,
You
yeah.
just wanted to watch anime, and she was trying to watch hentai.
Man,
Oh, wow.
Pretty
straight
much.
up,
Good
pretty
reference.
much. Pretty much.
So
Yo, speaking of this,
Yeah.
while we're on the subject, I called you the other day. Remember my question?
did.
I told you about it. You didn't pick up, but
I did not.
It was. I was like, "Is this celibacy if you still jack off?" I was having a debate with my boy.
I feel like you did ask me this. Oh, you
I
asked
did
me this
ask
when we
you.
was at the bar the other
Yep.
night. Is it celibacy? I mean, I say so. I mean, it depends, right? It depends on what you're trying to do.
True.
Yeah.
Like, I would say somebody who's like, I'm trying to be celibate can jack off.
Okay.
I say yes.
Yeah.
I think. I
pretty much
still
that.
think
Yeah,
so
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, your reasoning.
I
I
vow
feel-
for celibacy, but I
Well-
still jack off. Like,
Well, what are your reasons? You just want to not sleep around,
no,
or
it's
is
just a
it?
debate. It's not my.
Yeah, I mean,
my thought. Bro.
Celibacy is abstaining from sex. It's not
Or is
abstaining
it-
from self pleasure. But I guess you make your guidelines like I don't want to deal with my
Yeah,
genitals.
I mean, I don't
Is
know.
that
The-
what
the
you?
celibate- No, I was just. I think the main thing was like, is it celibate if you're still busting nuts?
Okay, I don't think so. If you're truly celibate, and not just saying, "Oh, I'm celibate because I'm not going to sleep around with other people," I
Look
feel
up
like
the definition of celibacy.
yeah. Is it abstaining
up.
from pleasure? Is that what to be celibate means? I want to know the definition because if it's that, then you're not celibate if you still do that.
Right. I mean, like, because I'm thinking like if it's a religious thing,
Right.
and you want to do it because you're trying to be pure of mind and shit, then some people would look at like even lusting at another woman as adultery. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that. So
And that's stupid as fuck.
celibacy.
Okay, what does it mean?
Noun, the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations. His brother's priestly vow of celibacy. Marriage and sexual relations.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you're good.
You can't sexual relate with yourself. Just stroke it, man. But funny thing about that, I was with my girl when you called me. And he starts his shit, was like, all right, so I got a question.
Does my voice sound like that?
A little bit. And the only person I know nasty enough to answer this is my chick is, cause like he FaceTime me. So it's loud. And she's like on this side of the phone, she goes, I was like, don't say nothing stupid, motherfucker. But I can't say don't say nothing. So like, what the fuck is this nigga about to say?
That's why I should have said permission to speak reckless.
He goes, hey man, you the nastiest dude I know. I got a question for you.
Like, so as the only hoe I know,
I could just see a girl in the back.
It's more because I was like, yo, Tim and Ricky got this show. Tim didn't pick up. We call Ricky. Like, one of them has got to pick up.
so funny because like the reason I picked up because that was the day we did the cake decorating thing. Oh, so me and my chick went to this like cake decorating class.
Yeah.
And his girl was there and he wasn't there, and I was like, what the fuck? I was the only dude in there. So I thought you was calling about that shit. So like, this is safe. What's up with this nigga? I was like, God.
That's so funny. That's why you gotta hit it with the, hey, what's good, man? Just chilling with my girl.
Yo, yeah, you gotta
What's
get
good?
Girls know what
up,
that
man?
means.
Yeah, I'm
See
just
that face
chilling.
like, don't worry, she's doing the same thing too. Well, hey, her voice just gets really high.
Oh yeah, no. They definitely know how to alert the friends.
Yeah.
That the boyfriend.
Are y'all getting married? You sick of that question?
Maybe one day.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's
Maybe one day.
Do you get sick of? Do people ask you that question all the time?
Sometimes.
Because y'all been together for like some years now, right?
3.5.
Yeah, so I felt like once you're together for like 2 years, motherfuckers want to hit you with the, when are you proposing?
Yeah, what are your intentions?
Yeah, what are your intentions? What are your intentions with my
My daughter.
My girl that I follow on Instagram.
Yeah,
shit,
hopefully
man.
one day.
One day.
How's married life for you?
Oh, it's lit.
It's lit.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
That's tight. It
Not
looks,
gonna lie.
it looks dope.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a nice little balance. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I always I was telling what's good the other night. I was like, I made sure to invite Leanne and Don Benjamin to my wedding because I really want to go to theirs.
This is gonna be a movie for sure.
Like, I've been cool with Leanne, you know what I'm saying? We don't hang out. Because that was kind of my gauge for inviting people too. I was like, who do I actually hang out with? You know what I'm saying? And in terms of Leanne, I was like on the fence because I was like, we don't hang out. But she always invites me to like her parties and like I'm cool with her parents when I met them. But at the end of the day, I was like, I really want to go to their wedding.
All right, fine, you can come.
Well, at least you're true about your intentions.
You know, I'm saying, I'm just trying to hang out.
What do you think their wedding's gonna be like?
So many Instagrammable moments for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Real, lots of flowers. I feel like it's gonna be pretty lit.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a movie too. What about you
Strict
and your
color
girl?
theme.
Everybody has a dress code.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be all white. What about yours?
I think they all whited to death. Now, what do
They
you
did.
say? What about? I think all white is done. But no marriage at this moment. As far as we are both concerned, we don't believe in it.
Oh wow.
But you never know. Shit changes.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
What about kids?
We don't want kids
Like-
either.
Oh really?
But it's this fucking baby on Instagram named Bailey. She makes you want a kid.
Yeah.
And she looks like my chick, but half black. So it's
So it looks like your baby.
Yeah, it's like,
Bailey might
deal
be
with
y'all's
that.
I
baby.
follow her
Deal
too,
with
man.
that.
That is an adorable
Let me see
baby.
this baby. Let me see this
Let
baby.
me show you. Let me see. I'll show you off camera. I'll show you
I
off
like
camera.
babies.
She's so cute. She's so cute. You got anything else you wanna? What you got coming up? You want to plug? Talk about?
What do I have coming up? Not really, man. Just aiming for the stars and satellites. Trying to direct feature.
Oh, you going to
films.
NASA? Oh,
I mean, speaking of NASA, I met this girl the other day, and I was like, "What do you do for a living?" She was like, "Why don't you guess?" I was like, "All right, that's not a problem. Are you on Instagram?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you model?" She's like, "No." And then I was like, well, give me a lifeline. I was talking to Rome before he came to your podcast, and he was like, you ever see Interstellar? I was like, well, you don't work at NASA. And then she pulled out the NASA card. I was like, oh, shit.
Wow. And you thought she was a model and she works at NASA?
No, I didn't think she worked at NASA. He was just like, you ever see Interstellar? And I was like, yeah. Okay, so, well, you don't work at NASA. You have the broad shoulders of a tennis player. I was thinking of everything different. And she pulled out her NASA ID. I was like, wow, you never know.
I thought you was about to say, speaking of NASA, I met this girl the other day and I was like, yo, do you work at NASA? Because you are out of this world.
Oh, God. Yeah, I would probably say something like
All
that.
that astronaut.
She'd probably love it too. Compliment a girl on her butt. She'd be like, oh my God.
Especially if she works at NASA. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. Thanks for coming by.
Yo, thanks for having me, man.
I appreciate you, dog.
Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dope.
I'm just the plus one.
No.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching another episode. No Chasing Podcast. I'm Timothy De La Ghetto.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And my name is Nikki Blades.
And I'm here to stay.
And I'm not going nowhere, guys.
And shout out once again to WuzGood. Yeah.
Yay.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Thank you. King shit.